Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Muggle with a Mic. Katie here, along with
Phil.
Phil in
Phil's
the
back.
future.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Phil.
Welcome. Good to be back.
What would you like to update us on? Two things in your life that you'd like to update us on since the last time you were on.
Well, I have a new dog.
You have a new dog.
Yeah. I got her in October, so I guess I've been on since I have a new dog, but I don't. I guess I didn't bring that up in December.
Announce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Winnie.
Winnie. I'm assuming she's a dachshund.
Yeah. Winnie the wiener dog.
Not the poo.
Right.
Well, shout out to Winnie.
Yeah. Winnie. She's a brindle.
Oh, so is that the long-haired one?
No, she's short hair,
Oh.
but she's like brown and black, kind of swirled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream cone.
Yep. So.
Nice. Well, congratulations on getting Winnie. I don't have a dog. I'm allergic to them, so I can't get them. But dogs are better than cats. Let's make that abundantly clear.
I'm definitely in the dog camp.
Yeah. Paws before claws.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We have to do Cats versus Dogs now, that movie.
Who's in that?
A bunch of dogs and cats.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah. That's an old movie. You haven't seen that?
No.
That's back maybe.
Is it animated?
Well, no, it's like got real cats and dogs, but their faces are animated. I mean.
Okay.
So it's like a live action dog and cat movie.
It's a live action Pets.
They talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there?
That's probably early 2000s, maybe.
What are you calling it? Cats versus
Cats,
Dogs?
Yeah.
2001.
See, I told you, early 2000s.
Oh, now that I see the poster, yes, I remember it because it beagles the head, and I love beagles.
Yeah.
Nice. Cats and Dogs uncovers the truth about the high-tech secret war being waged in neighborhoods everywhere that humans aren't even aware of. An eternal struggle between the two great armies of cats and dogs. Dogs win. Okay, let's do our mug section. I'll go first this time. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
So, I got this for my birthday from my sister because, like I said, now every special occasion my family gets me mugs. And since this kind of goes along, I won't spoil anything, but this goes along with this movie a little bit, and we'll talk about it later why. But it's a BB-8 mug.
Yeah, there you go.
But here's a tricky thing, Phil. Look at how small the opening is.
Yeah. I have like a couple kind of specialty mugs like that, and they're always hard to drink out of. There's no easy way to kind of drink out of them. So they're good for looking, but not great for drinking.
Yeah, you can't chug it. And I wish it came out with a little thumbs up, but a little like lighter thumbs up. But there you go, BB-8. Thank you, Jen. Phil Bo Baggins' turn.
I have Winnie mug.
Dear Dad, thank you for being my dad. If I had a different dad, I'd bite him on the butt and go find you. Love. Oh, it's from Winnie.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, my Winnie mug.
And does Winnie lay on the ground like that?
On occasion, she does.
like a pancake. All right, awesome mugs. Now, this is going to be we're doing kind of a quick episode here. We're talking about the movie Foe. Phil, you watched it, correct?
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
Did you know anything about it?
Did that just come out? Because it seems to me like I had seen part of it before.
The movie did. The book, there was a book that went along with it. And that's why I knew about it. So
did you read the book?
Yes.
Was the book better than the movie?
Okay, so I got to do a whole episode about the differences between the books and the similarities and everything. But I will say, this is one circumstance where I think the movie was better than the book.
Really?
Because they made some character changes a little bit, like not drastic, but enough where they tweaked it and it made it better. The relationship between Hen and Junior. Hen or Junior 1. Let's put it that way.
So are you going to do a spoiler disclaimer?
So guys, we're going to talk about it. There is a massive spoiler in the last 20% of the movie that
but not really.
But it changes everything.
Well, I mean, it's pretty predictable.
Yeah. Okay, I had this conversation with Jonah, and even though things are predictable, I try not to predict them because I want to enjoy the story and I want to be shocked by things. So I don't try to, Well,
I didn't, but I mean, it's just like, I mean, I thought they kind of telegraphed it. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't think it was a surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, yeah. The song. Good one, Phil. I'll try to add that in. No, so...
Have that little lady come up and surprise, surprise.
She's on the screen right now. The adder.
She's right there.
But so, yeah, we're doing spoilers, so,
Okay.
don't listen to this episode if you don't want them. Watch the movie, and we're going to talk about it.
You might have had a little bit more insight since you read the book than someone just coming in watching the movie. It's like there's a couple things that were a little bit unclear.
Yeah.
But, hey, I guess we'll get into that.
So I did read the book. And I guess, okay, we're going to go ahead and say it. The Junior at the beginning of the film is not the original Junior. And
surprise, surprise!
She's back again. It's the replacement Junior. So we don't meet the actual Junior. What we think is the real Junior has been the replacement all along. But so in the book, I knew something was up. Because all of his quotations, all of his wordage was not in quotations. Hen's were, and Terrence's were. So I was like, something's up. Something's up. I don't know what. I don't know. I guess I should have known. Oh, he's the replacement. But I guess the way he wrote it, it was convincing that you think they are actually trying to prepare him to go up to space and all this stuff. So I don't know. And then at the end, when Hen switches places, now
again, that was predictable. I mean, as soon as you not to get into that, but as soon as there's headlights in the window and she walks in, it's like, well, that's a fake.
They wanted you to know that. They wanted you to pick up on that. Yeah. But did you know prior to the headlights that she was going to do that?
I didn't know 100%, but as soon as they walked on, I'm like, yeah, that's okay. They're trying to trick you again.
Yeah. Well, and he had just gotten the note that had no words in it, which she said, when I'm going to leave him an empty note, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we get further into it, we were supposed to have Sarah and Jonah on this episode, but they weren't able to join us today. But Sarah sent in a voicemail. We've got we're going to call it the Mobile Muggle Hotline. And we're going to give out the number, hopefully, if this works out. And people can call in, leave messages, and we might play them on upcoming episodes. But you could just give us thoughts on previous episodes that you agree or disagree with, or the movie we're talking about, whatever you want. But anyway, I have Sarah's. She sent in a voicemail about Foe. Okay, it's 3 minutes long, but we're gonna get to hear Sarah for 3 minutes.
Awesome.
Are you excited, Phil?
I am excited.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
All right, let's see if Katie can figure this out. Phil, if you can't hear it, just, do this thing.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, here we go. Here is Sarah with her review of Foe.
Hiya, Katie, Phil, Jonah, the movie man, and all you muggles without a mic. This is Sarah, one of Katie's older sisters. She asked me to call in and just contribute a few thoughts about a movie that I recently watched called Foe. I ultimately enjoyed about 90% of this movie, I will say, minus the ending. I thought they were brilliant performances by both Paul Mescal and Saoirse like Inertia Ronan. Particularly Paul's emotional range in playing two versions of Junior was really great. I think I am always struck by movies that either involve multiple personalities or multiple genders. Some examples of that are James McAvoy in Split and my favorite actor Cillian Murphy in the movie Peacock. And so this is another one I've added to that list because I think Paul very believably portrays both versions of Junior. A couple other things. I thought this was an interesting take on climate change and how they were harvesting water, actively sending people to space to live. And I thought with their costume and wardrobe, I was actually, you felt warm and sweltering just watching the movie. So they did a good job kind of making a believable environment. I also was hoping you're kind of in this limited set the whole time, this big farmhouse and a big cornfield. And I was hoping they'd give us a glimpse of other parts of the world, and how they were coping. And you do finally get to see that when Hen, takes off exploring. So, I'm glad that they chose to show that. Ultimately though, I really didn't like, the ending. The ending for AI Junior. Don't like to see anything suffer, and I thought it was just a cruel experiment, and just frankly a lack of humanity. Yeah, even though he's artificial, you can then clearly see that he's become self-aware. So that was very hard to watch, and I didn't really like it. I was kind of confused that if they can make fully functioning AI, why are we sending humans to space to test out the living habitat? So I guess I need to read the book to kind of gain some more insight into what the author was thinking. But ultimately, those are my thoughts. I hope you will watch it. It is very much worth a viewing or more. In conclusion, I hope we aren't foes when you hear my take on the movie Foe. And please, everybody, cross your fingers for an Oscar win for Cillian. Bye.
Maybe we could be bros instead of foes.
That's true. Bros versus foes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. Could you hear all that, Phil?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
I would like to throw my hat into the ring.
Go for it.
With actors that play multiple characters. I think the greatest one is Michael Keaton in Multiplicity.
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen Multiplicity?
Yeah, is he like 12 versions of himself?
No, 4.
Oh, is it 4? The front poster of it, it's like him over and over and over and over.
I think it's just 4 of them.
Is it? Maybe.
Yeah.
As a kid, I must have thought it was a lot more.
Yeah. We need to do that one.
Okay. Multiple personality episode.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So, to address some of the stuff in her voicemail. First of all, I saw your eyebrows go up about AI. Should they have sent them to space?
Well, okay, let me ask, because did they, I mean, you've read the book. Do you take it on face value that there's actually a space station, or is that just a kind of a cover story for everything?
It's understood that there's a space station. It's because of climate and they're leaving Earth. We have to find, it's like the movie WALL-E. We got to find another place.
He seemed like a pretty shady character that Terrence, and I did, or is it Terrence? Yeah. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. And so I didn't know if they were just kind of doing an experiment, say, hey, let's do an experiment, or if there was really, because my question is, like, at the end of the movie, you had the real Junior, and they're like, oh yeah, he's been on the space station for a year.
Yeah.
So why would you need to make a duplicate of him if he's only gone a year? I know people that work away from home a lot longer than that, and they don't need a duplicate.
So
to me, that was...
I picked this up on my second viewing of the film, and it's because they are starting to prepare for those people, the replacements, to work the Earth when we're not here, when the real humans are up in space. Because the replacements don't need oxygen and water like we do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Because that's what I kind of didn't get. It's just like, well, he's only been gone a year.
Yeah, I didn't get that at first either. But if you notice, now what I didn't get from the book was they like packaged him up and saved him because they're going to use him later. In the book, you think he just gets destroyed, which made no sense. And that's how the movie made it more believable that they were going to use him for another purpose.
Well, I thought, did they actually say they were going to, because
they did. My
take on it was they shrink wrapped the image just because, it's historical. It was the first AI or first clone. And they talked about, people were going to be talking about you for years. And they were just like saving him to put him in a museum or something later. And after they euthanized him.
And like I said, the first go round, I didn't understand it either. And then the second go round, I heard someone say a line like that, like they are going to reuse them to work the land. Yeah.
But that particular model, because to me, it sounded like you're just shutting him down permanently.
Yeah. I don't know. Because wouldn't that be terrible if they woke him back up and he remembered all that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because, okay. I mean, if he clearly had feelings, if you're capable of loving somebody else, I feel like you have humanity in you, whether you're artificial or not. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I was going to say either way, it's like kind of a horrible thing to do to somebody. I just didn't, to me, it didn't justify, if he's just gone a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're just going to
spend all this money on this thing.
Well, put this, either clone AI that has feelings you're going to put through him and then just be like, surprise, surprise, and then unplug him. Yeah. And kill him. I mean, that's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true.
And that's horrible to her if they put her through all that. I mean, that wasn't really her husband. So, all that emotional and mental anguish both of them went through, it was like, I just kind of didn't see the point.
Well, and that goes back to the Terrence thing, how you said he was a little sketchy. I actually think the people that worked for Outermore, if you see them at the end, they're like clinking their champagne glasses, they're celebrating. And I think Terrence he was probably like that from the get-go, but then he got to know Hen and Junior, quote unquote. And I think his feelings on it changed at the end. Because he got down to Junior's level down there on the floor when everyone else was just sitting there gawking at him. And I don't know. I liked the concept of what they were doing. Something else Sarah said, how did you think the acting on, first of all, Saoirse's acting to deceive the viewer that she knew what was going on, or if she didn't accomplish that, and also Paul's two different versions of Junior. What do you think?
I mean, it was okay.
Elaborate, Philip.
Well, I mean, honestly, I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I really didn't like it.
Okay. Why?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons. I mean, I didn't think it looked good. Okay. Just the first thing when I jumped in, I'm like, ooh, I don't like the looks of that. But just the color palette. It was very like subdued colors. When at certain parts, it almost looked like it was sepia tones. It was very like a lot of browns, a lot of just like, it was very dull. I thought it was boring to look at. That was my first impression when I started watching. I'm just like,
So
I don't
my
really
thought,
like that.
my thought on the decision to do that is because the earth is no longer green and lush anymore because
Yeah.
it's dying. And I think that it correlates also to Hen. Hen doesn't want to live there
Yeah.
with Junior, and she feels as if she's dying as well,
Yeah.
emotionally. So I think that that's what that was meant to portray. But
I'm sure it does, but just when you're first watching it, it's just like, that's the first thing that struck me is I just thought it looked very bland.
Yeah.
And then like, there's like 3 characters in the whole movie, and all of them to me were kind of unlikable. I didn't trust Terrence. I didn't trust her. I didn't like Junior. None of them to me were very likable characters.
Now, I'll tell you, that's how I felt while I read the book. So, like, the whole time I'm reading the book, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. This is so boring. And then the last 20 pages made it all make sense. So I wanted to reread the book, but then I just watched the movie.
I didn't really see the whole point of the movie because, like I said, they put that poor AI or clone through all that mental anguish, and in her too. And at the end, she just like leaves. She's like, "Peace out," and then.
Well, because
it was kind of like, what's the point? I mean, because like I realized she was trying to help program it, but I mean, I think in a way she was trying to get something out of it, but that really wasn't her husband. It was an artificial intelligence, so she wasn't coming to terms with him. Yeah, really.
Well, I think
it was just.
I think what happened is original Junior, OG Junior, is a full-on narcissist. And he wanted to tell Hen what to do to stay there on the farm and all this stuff. So he said, oh, yeah, I'll go up to space and we'll put this replacement here. Hen just had to listen to him. She probably didn't want it to be there because if you notice at first, she asks him to sleep in the other room. She doesn't want him around. She finds him awkward. And then he has the better aspects of Junior because Junior thinks he's that guy. Junior thinks that's what he is, so that's what the replacement became. And I thought I liked the story. I didn't like the story at first, like I said when I first read it, and then it all made sense at the end.
Yeah, so. And for me, a sticking point, like I said, was like, well, if the guy's only going to be gone a year, why even go through all the trouble it's just like, hey, I'll be back in a year. It's like, and she probably would have been happier if no one was around.
Right.
Or, if he was gone for a year.
But then that's the question is, did Outermore require them to do that? Like, was it really their choice? I don't know. Yeah. I feel like the big corporation would be telling them, you have to do this.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, don't. See you later. Yeah. But then at the end where you had, then you had like the artificial Hen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was just kind of like, okay. Yeah. So,
and like, who's paying for that? Are they doing another experiment?
And that's the thing. Like, well, she's not going into space. So, like, why are you?
Yeah. maybe Terrence finagled away because Terrence was interviewing her while she was there.
Yeah. Because Junior's such a lovable person. They wanted him to be.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy.
Now, I think it would have been more interesting if they would have done that. She wouldn't have left the note and they just sent a replacement and he didn't know it.
He didn't know it. He thinks that's still the same Hen.
You think?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't. Okay. He just threw that note down, didn't know what it meant. And then she comes back and she's just doing everything he wants. Just, living their life.
Okay, I guess that part's better.
Yeah. Oh, really?
But yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's great that you loved it.
Yeah.
But it took me like several watch, and that's why I was like, I sent you messages. You sure this is the right movie? Have I got the right movie that I'm watching here? Because I'm not finding it very interesting.
Every movie I suggest to you and to Jonah, you guys don't like it, but that's the whole thing. Is everyone has a different movie palette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought it kind of went in circles, and like I said, it really. I mean, it would have been super boring if that wasn't a replacement Junior the whole time. I mean, I was just kind of like, I mean, they kind of telegraphed that it was. You knew they were kind of training him the whole time.
But did you ever wonder why Terrence kept coming back? If the replacement was already there, why would Terrence have to come back?
Yeah. And then, like, he was, yeah.
Why else would he be continuing to question him? Well, we didn't know he's the first of his kind.
Just keeping tabs on him.
Yeah. By the way, that's why I have my droid mug, because he's artificial.
But even at the beginning, it's kind of like, it was just kind of, it's not a very good plot. It's like, well, you guys got picked to go into space. Maybe we'll know in a couple of years. We'll let you know.
No, they're just bad. The characters are bad liars. They didn't come up with a good lie. And Junior wasn't cunning enough to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, that's a ticket. 2 years. I mean, I don't know.
We're going to show you this video on this little iPad, and you're just going to believe us.
Yeah. Like I said, it really, to me, it was like, you didn't know, and I guess that's the way they set it up. You didn't know whether to believe. They made him like untrustworthy character because he just shows up and like Terrence. So that's why I didn't know, was there really a space station, or was that just kind of like a cover and they were doing an experiment and they had to have a reason to...
so I think there really was one, because they show you that shot of Junior going up to the space station in a space.
Well, he's telling the story at the time. He's like, oh yeah, he went up to space. So you don't know if that's like him really or the story he's telling.
True, yeah. I think he did,
but,
though. Because if you look in one of the scenes when...
But if that's the truth, then why, like I said, why do they have a replacement Hen?
I think that was Terrence finding a way to get Hen out of there. I don't know.
Okay.
I think that was him kind of being like, you helped us out testing out this droid, so let me help you out by getting you out of this situation. But here, the other thing that I think the space station is real, because there's a scene where Junior's standing out in the field at night, and if you look up at the stars, there's like 16 lights in like a grid pattern. And I think that's the space station up in the sky.
Or maybe it's like the Truman Show and it's just like spotlights.
It's the Junior Show.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me, it just didn't keep my attention. I was just like, oh my gosh, this story's slow.
Well, now, Phil, I will say, okay, I had read the book, so I was invested in it that way. And also, I'm falling for Paul Mescal, so... And I love Saoirse, and they're both Irish. I love Irish everything. Yeah. So, but I will say, I mean, I'm completely biased with Paul. But I really think he did a good job in that scene when you're revealing that it's real Junior.
That's the whole scene where he's talking about people eating sandwiches, and I'm just like,
no, not that one.
I know, but I'm just saying that whole speech. I'm like, really? Like, that's just like a weird monologue. I mean,
but do you know what I think it was? I think he was becoming self-aware as a artificial intelligence, and he's realizing humans are disgusting.
Yeah. I was just like, I can't believe I'm sitting here. Listen to this guy talking about eating a sandwich. Yeah,
the snot-filled tissue, and he threw it on. Well, but if you think about it, humans are yucky.
Oh yeah. So did Jonah not like this?
Okay. So would you like to hear his?
Okay.
I'm
probably gonna side with Jonah.
Well, here's the spoiler.
I think Sarah was being nice. I could tell that 10% was a load of malarkey. I think it was more like maybe 50-50.
Okay, so I have gotten her.
Send me a message, Sarah. You let me know the truth.
See, Sarah, she'll tell you the truth.
She'll be like, surprise, surprise.
She is again. She's going to get so many cameos on this episode. No, I think Sarah and I are sisters. We share the same likes and dislikes when it comes to movies. Very rarely, I think, do we have a difference of opinion.
Did you 10% not like this movie?
No, I really did enjoy it.
But
then again,
she
I was
only
looking for details.
She only 90% enjoyed it.
That's true. She gave it 4.5 stars, and I gave it 5. No, I thought it was really good. I thought it was thought provoking. I liked it. But let's see. Now, Jonah didn't tell me till yesterday he couldn't be on the episode. So I gave him our phone number, the podcast phone number, and he left this voicemail. You'll just listen to it. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Herbert. I was just here to leave a little voicemail for the Muggle with a Mic podcast. What I wanted to say is that I'm a big fan of you guys, been watching for a long time, and there's just one thing I wanted to mention. Are you a frequent guest, some would say? Don't really quite remember lad's name, but he had certain opinions about the 2022 film Tar, and I just wanted to say that he was correct. That movie is indeed a masterpiece. Any thoughts?
Oh, I have thoughts. Jonah.
What movie was it?
Tar.
I don't think I've seen.
Phil, this has been a saga ever since the Railroad Museum. Jonah came on. We talked about how we differ in opinion on Tar. Tar is a terrible film. I don't care what Herbert or Jonah says. Phil, don't waste your time watching it.
Well, one could say the same about Foe. It has the same amount of letters. Oh!
How dare you, Philip? Hey, to each their own. I would like to. He said nothing about Tar in that message, so I don't know what his opinion of it is. Knowing him, okay, Phil. On our last episode, Jonah and I talked about Jake Gyllenhaal. Have you seen the movie Life?
No.
Okay, that is a film that
I've seen a trailer for it.
Oh, okay. Does it seem like one you would like?
I can't remember, honestly. I just remember I remember seeing the trailer, but I can't tell you what it's about.
They're up in space, and there's this.
I knew it was a space.
Yeah, and
isn't it
this,
like a little
ditty?
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Yeah, two
a
American
little creature.
Yeah.
Is it a creature? Am I thinking of the?
Yeah, it's a little like it starts out as one cell and it grows and grows and grows and it kills them one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite movie of mine, but I enjoyed it. Jonah hated it. So if you want to hear our talk on that, go listen to the last episode. But that's what movies are for. You know, there's different people in the world, as are different types of movies, and some people like some and some people don't. That's okay. And
you don't have to watch them unless you want to. Or you're on a podcast and you have to talk about them.
Katie tells you to watch it and you don't want to, but you keep doing it because you're a nice guy. The other thing I wanted to discuss, the beetle in the movie. The Beatles.
Yeah.
What was your...
The beetle. I remember they smashed the beetle.
Okay. Do you remember...
In the sink.
But the first time we saw the beetle, what happened? There's in the closet. It's when Replacement Junior sees him in that closet. Hen opens the door and sees it on the floor.
Doesn't he... Does he tell her to leave it alone? Or, like, I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so Human Hen tells AI Junior to get rid of it. I don't know if she means kill it or whatever. And Junior says, well, hey, little guy. And he talks to it and he goes, why aren't you moving? And then later, when it's in the sink, real Junior kills it.
Yeah.
But fake Hen was saying
she's like, I've never seen it not move. Yeah.
Right. And she says, hey, little guy, what are you doing? She says the same thing. So I feel like it's almost supposed to show you that just because you're human, you can still lack humanity. Because she wanted to get rid of it, real Hen, and real Junior killed it.
Maybe it was an AI beetle spying on him.
Maybe it was a little GoPro beetle.
Yeah, you never know.
Then, okay, I just have to say, that beetle is like the size of my palm.
Mm-hmm.
He smashes it with the bottom of the beer bottle, and then he doesn't wipe it off. And he goes out there and dances with her. And the beer bottle, I noticed right away, the beer bottle touches the back of her dress. So now the back of her dress has Beetlejuice all over it.
Hey, how you doing, babe? Beetlejuice.
That was really good.
Which that's movie's coming out soon too.
Yes,
Beetlejuice.
Two.
Beetlejuice too.
Okay. Let's see.
Are you excited for Beetlejuice?
I gotta wait to see it. I'm kind of hesitant because how old's Michael Keaton now? What's it gonna look like? And
Well, he's supposed to look dead.
that's true. Very true.
He's Beetlejuice. They have a lot of makeup. I don't know. I like Michael Keaton.
I loved in the original one the little model town or the little. That was my favorite part of it.
Oh yeah.
One more thing I want to point out that I noticed in the movie. Do you notice Hen's always watering a tree?
Yeah.
And that's the only tree that has leaves on it in the whole area. I just wanted to point that out. Pat myself on the back there. And it shows that she's the only one who cares about life. See, that's what I look for in movies. Those kind of things, the unspokenness stuff. Yeah. You want to play a game, Phil?
Would you like to play a game?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. So,
If I lose, you aren't gonna like deactivate me and seal me in a shrink wrap bag, are you?
yep. We're gonna put a little handcuff thing on your wrist, tie you down, and then zip lock.
Talk about eating sandwiches,
sandwich.
grinding up between your teeth.
Ew. Okay, memento. Okay, this game is called.
Surprise, surprise.
Oop, let me make it bigger. They are robots. Like I am.
Are they robots in disguise?
Sure.
Are they Transformers?
Well, it might be one of them. We don't know. Okay, so Phil, I thought it was going to be you and Jonah. So there are 16 of these. I was going to have you each pick one, and then I show it, and then you pick another one. But it's just you. So we're going to do 8. And you just pick 1 through 16. All right. The rules are I'm gonna give you an image of or just the name of a droid. Sorry, of a robot.
A robot.
And if
you can't say droid.
Oh,
that's copyrighted. George Lucas, you'll be in trouble.
So sorry.
Don't you remember when the droid, like the phones came out and they
Android? They have to add.
Yeah, they used droid for short, and I think I got in trouble because he has that copyrighted. So.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm going to give you the name of a droid from a movie. If you can get
a picture,
tell me the movie. No, I'm going to give you the name, just the name. If you can tell me what movie it's from, you get 3 points. If you need the picture of the droid, you'll get 1 point. And then there was going to be a steal option, but there's nobody to steal it from. So, all right, which number do you want first?
1.
1? Okay, here we go. C-3PO.
Star Wars.
What? You did so well. Oh, there we go. A number for what? Star Wars. So you got 3 points.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. All right, what's the next one you want?
3.
Baymax.
That is that Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The one that I can't remember the name to. It's got that big white puffy marshmallow guy.
Yep.
It's
I'll give you a clue. There's a number in the name.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of it. I never saw that movie, but
Little Villain 9.
Big Hero 7.
Oh.
7. Big 7 Hero. Big 11 first.
Big Hero
guy. Yeah.
So close. Good job, though. All right. You've picked 1 and 3.
I didn't know who that was. I'll take 2 now.
You want number 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Marvin.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nice. So you got...
Voiced by Snape himself.
Yes, it was. All right, next one. What do you want?
4.
We're doing all the first ones. Skip down to the bottom of the list. Make it interesting.
All right. Well, give me the last one then.
Oh.
16.
16? Whoa. Okay, here we go. Cafe 80s waiter. This is stretching it. I just wanted to include this one.
Cafe 80s waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future.
Can you be specific, sir?
Back to the Future 2.
Very good, sir. That's 3 points.
When they were in the Cafe 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's that on the screen right now?
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise, surprise, lady.
No, that's Ronald Reagan. Remember Ronald Reagan?
Oh, yeah. And they made him kind of... What? Oh, I can't... Okay, you meant that screen. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. On the waiter's
Sorry.
screen.
That's real tiny. I'm just like... I thought she was going to be dancing on the screen again. I thought you were going to have her.
She
Okay.
is right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're halfway through, bud. Let's have another one. You've
10.
done 1, 3, 2,
10.
and 16. Number 10. Vision. You're picking all the easy ones.
Half the Marvel movies.
Can you now?
All Age of Ultron?
Okay, I was gonna say, can you tell me which one he first appears? Because that's what I did. Good job, 3 points. You've only missed one, buddy.
Well, I knew it. I've never seen that movie, and I was trying to think. I knew it had a number in it. I was thinking it was 7 for some reason,
What had a
but
number
I
in
was
it?
wrong. Big Hero 6.
Oh, I got you on the one you missed. I thought you meant on Age of Ultron.
Combo number 5.
Bum 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 ba bum. Okay, another one, sir.
7.
7. Lucky number 7. Johnny 5 or Johnny
Is
number
alive. Short Circuit.
5. Very good. I love this movie. I love this.
Who's Johnny? They say.
3 points. I should give you 5. Okay. 2 more, sir.
9.
9. Nueve.
Number 9.
Amy.
Oh, that's from Is it Wally?
No, that's Eva.
No, I meant- Hey, Amy.
This is one of the movies my family all knows really well. Like my sisters and my dad. Mom, maybe, but maybe not mom so much.
Amy, what you gonna do?
I think.
I don't know that one. I guess I need like phone a friend or a clue.
Would you
or-
like a picture?
Sure.
Okay, here's the picture of AM.
Look at this photograph.
Nickelback.
Songs. Yeah,
All right, that's
go
what
back.
Amy looks like. Can you see her? I can make her bigger.
Okay.
You want her bigger?
Yeah, I can't see.
Okay, here we go. Woo.
Is that Pacific Rim?
No.
Transformers?
No.
I don't know. It's kind of tiny. I see.
It's basically like this. Here, I'll make it real big. I want to give you as
Okay.
much opportunity to get this as you can. There you go. Isn't she cute? Any guesses?
No, I have no. I'm clueless.
I'll give you some of the cast members. Val Kilmer.
Tombstone.
No. Amy is not a scoundrel. We don't
Ugh.
approve of her very existence. Oh, who's the other? Benjamin Button.
Buttons.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and tell you. It is Red Planet.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, we have that. Day Ugin. We have that movie memorized. It's a good movie. Okay. Your final one, sir.
11.
Oh, that's good. I was going to try to...
Tell me you have a Terminator in here someplace.
I don't know.
Is it number 11?
Oops.
It's the Sentinels from Matrix.
Well, this is a tricky one. Because there's two. Can you tell me the other one?
Other what movie?
Yeah, there's two. There's two films that have droids in them called the Sentinels.
X-Men?
Very good. Do you happen to know? I'm going to give it to you. Do you happen to know which X-Men?
It's either the second or third one. Is it the third one?
Days of Future Past.
Oh, Days of Future Past. Or that one.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 18 points out of a possible 24. Good job.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Lightning McQueen.
Oh, let's do a lightning round with the rest of them.
Oh.
Just throw it up here.
Okay. I gotta
Just to
remember.
see.
Okay, so we didn't.
My interest is
Bishop.
piqued. Aliens.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies.
T-800.
Terminator.
Yes. Let's see. Did we do this one? Max.
Max. Not sure on that one.
Think 80s. Big cult classic 80s movie. I don't know if you call it cult classic. But it was a big 80s movie.
Max.
I'll show you the picture.
Oh, Flight Navigator.
Nice. Yes. Did we do 9? Yes. We did 10. We did 11. Here's 12. Tars and Case.
Is that Transformers?
Nope.
These photos are small, I know, but...
Think of a watch and a bookcase and a bookshelf on a wall.
Beauty and the Beast.
No. Interstellar.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
And oopsie.
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Why is that one?
Gort is
Gort.
Nick Dobrada. That's They There Stood Still.
Very good, Gort. Sorry, I messed up that graphic.
Is that which one are you doing? The original or the Keanu Reeves?
Or doing that was the original.
Okay.
The Borg. You know the
Star Trek.
Yep. Do you know the specific Star Trek?
Well, the first was the cliffhanger.
You said a word. You said a word in it.
It's
I don't want to. If you don't.
I keep wanting to say Best of Both Worlds, but it's not. That's a Van Halen album.
If you don't want to wear glasses,
Or not Van Halen album, but for me, First Contact. I'm trying to think of the original Star Wars or Star Trek episodes. There's a cliffhanger where.
Oh, I got you.
That was oh, my brain's not working. Everybody's sitting there saying, "It's this idiot," and I'm like, "I know I'm an idiot. I can't think of it." It's
well, you should call in and leave a voicemail to tell us what it is.
I will. It's on the tip of my tongue, and his words in world.
What do you wear instead of glasses if you don't want to wear glasses?
Contact. First Contact.
Oh, you already said it. I'm so
sorry. I already said that. Yeah.
We had a glitch in the audio, so I couldn't hear it. I don't think.
Alice Krieg, I've met her. She's the Queen Borg. Oh, she's very nice. Yep.
Here, I have a picture of her. There she is.
Yep. I got a picture of her on my wall with me.
Francis Schmaltzy. Okay, 15 we didn't do, so this is the last one. Omnidroid.
That sounds very generic. Omnidroid. I'm giving up.
I'll show you a picture. You'll probably get it with the picture, maybe.
Is that from
Think Pixar.
Invincibles?
Close. Not called the Invincibles.
Oh, that Invincibles.
tip of your tongue.
Yeah, I'm just not with it today.
The Hulk, the blank Hulk.
The Incredibles, not the Invincibles. Yeah,
Yay!
I'm still, yeah.
Good job.
I'm not with it. I'm
Good job.
sleep depraved.
Totally fine. Well, Phil, thank you so much. Let's give out our phone number for if anyone wants to call in with anything. I'm scared to do this because I'm scared to see what we get. But it goes, guys. It's not like an actual. It's a Google phone number, so it's like going to our email. It's not going to our actual phone, so it's safe. The number is. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm writing it down.
614-600-2331. Again, that is 614-600-2331 for the mobile Muggle hotline or Muggle mobile hotline, whichever way you want to say it. Pen clicks. Phil wrote it down.
What movie is that from?
What, the pen click?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Do it again.
Slugheads. You know, Goldeneye. It had exploding pen. Remember it had,
I don't know.
You haven't seen Goldeneye?
I've seen it. Actually, I played the PlayStation game more than I saw the movie.
He had a pen. It was like a grenade. If you clicked it so many times, it blew up.
Ooh, well,
And he
don't
gave it
do
to
that,
Boris.
Phil.
He gave it to Boris. And Boris was clicking it. There you go.
Boris is going to be blown up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Phil. Thank you for joining. Hopefully, maybe we can do a split personality, multi-personality thing. I think the movie Foe was great. I think it's worth a watch. I think it's also worth a read. But at this point, if you're hearing this, you already have seen or heard it or don't care because we spoiled it.
Yeah. You know, Ghostbusters is coming out in March, so a new Ghostbusters movie. Maybe we need to do an episode on Ghostbusters.
The Paul Rudd one. I haven't even.
Well,
seen
see,
that
that's a sequel to that one, so maybe we need to see it.
Okay.
Or do a thing. Maybe you need to watch it.
Well, I'll probably hate it
You might.
because whatever movies I like, other people don't like it, and vice versa. Oh, by the way, on top of it, I forgot to mention this. Because it's a Paul Mescal film, I watched After Sun, and I watched a movie called Carmen that he was in. I'm going to be, because I am biased when it comes to him, because I think I'm not
What
biased.
else has he
He's
been
a
in?
good actor.
What else has he been in?
Normal People on Hulu, which is probably something you haven't watched. He was amazing in that. He won the BAFTA for that role. And then he's going to be in the upcoming prequel Gladiator movie. So people are really, talking about him for that. But After Sun, he was nominated for an Oscar for, and it was really good.
A prequel.
Prequel, yeah. You don't.
I don't know. It seems that's all that's coming out nowadays is either prequels, sequels, or remakes.
Why can't we just have originals? But we haven't had any.
Not saying it won't be good, but it's just like kind of want to see, like,
It's to Gladiator, though. We have no other things that go with Gladiator. He did really well in those. I did not like the Carmen movie, though. Don't watch it. I feel bad saying that. Watch it if you want to. You might like it, but I didn't. He sings in it, though. Yeah, don't watch it. You have to rent it. I'm being honest. I just thought the story, the way they told the story, was not good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Muggle with a Mic listeners. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the flippity flip.
The flippity floppity.
Yeah.
It was very where they were trying to make it like, oh, you don't trust this person, you don't trust that. They were trying to make it like where you didn't trust her because you thought maybe she was having an affair with Terrence. You didn't trust Terrence because he was like big government and he was just like coming in. Oh, well, you got to do this and that, and you may, everybody was kind of like, and you didn't trust the other guy because he was a jerk, and he was watching them through that hole in the wall. And so I didn't really know if it was just like,
I think it was red herrings all over the place.
if that cover story or if the government was just coming in trying to like, oh, we just want to do experiments and we're just, oh yeah, we got the space station and you didn't know. I mean,
yeah, I get you. No, I mean,
And it
that's
wasn't-
what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to throw
Yeah.
you off.
that's what I mean. So you just kind of didn't. Mhm. And what was the point? What was the part? Because like he was out there and there was these people and he started shooting at them and they took off in spaceships. What,
That
I
was
didn't quite get that.
Those were Outermore people. So when he gets tackled, remember he's running to the fire?
Yeah.
They tackle him because they were basically protecting their product that they spent so much money on making.
Okay. I didn't quite get that, but I didn't know if it was just like I said, if I were kind of one of these blink and you get it, or if I was just kind of like zoning out at that point because it was a little bit
fell
down
asleep
interesting.
and you didn't know what happened.
Yeah. I was just like, what just happened? But I didn't really care enough to rewind it. So I was just trying to get through it.
I
that's
that's
cool.
I get it.
No, I mean that's cool. You can't like everything. I mean I'm glad you liked it. It's just for me it didn't hit home for me.
Yeah. It was just
I
not
still
your
watched
cup of
it.
tea.
It's not.
But
But
no, I can get, like I said, when I read the book, was not enjoying it at first.
yeah.
Then when on the page it goes, "You're the replacement," then I was like, "What?"
Yeah. See, but that's kind of like a tried and true science fiction trope. Like, it's always like that. It's like whenever you deal with clones and stuff, it's the person you least suspect. Well, you're already a clone. It's like we pulled the rug out. I mean, it's like every sci-fi movie that has like clones or duplicates, or it's like, yeah, that person, they've already switched them, and that's them. They're already. They don't realize that they're.
Well, I think
replacement.
then if that is a trope, then okay, we figured that part out. Let's analyze how Hen is dealing with this. And then let's analyze it how this replacement has now fallen in love with a human. That's interesting. But the idea of that he was a replacement all along, I don't think ruins it,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it ruins it, but it's just not. It's kind of it wasn't a big surprise.
She's back.
And especially right at the beginning, he's like, "Oh, well, how'd you know it was a he that was going to come to the door?" And I mean,
yeah.
So I mean, that kind of they already put the seed of doubt. It's like, well, she's working with this other guy that's, that they're collaborating together.
My other thing is, though, we're getting all back into it. But so there's a hole in the bathroom. Who made that hole? Because
I guess he just liked to creep on his wife.
Oh, in real life.
Maybe, yeah, because he didn't. I guess maybe he was paranoid.
The real
that she was
Junior did it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the real Junior.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't like any of the characters honestly because he came off as a real jerk, and that other guy was kind of shifty. That Terrence, I didn't like him coming in and telling him you got to do this and that, and asking all these personal questions and like blah blah blah. I didn't like any of them. I thought they were all like kind of scumbags. I mean, she was just like. I mean, they set it up where you thought that she was, him and Terrence, her and Terrence were like being all shady together. So it's like, I didn't trust any of them. I didn't like any of them. I was like, I don't like you.
Hold on. That's weird. We're flipped now. No,
maybe I'm Philip 1. How you like that now? That's
and
how you
I'm
like
Katie
that?
too.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, I didn't like Terrence, but the thing was, Terrence and her already had a relationship. I mean, Junior was right to.
He was, but it made you kind of like you were on the side of this of Junior because he's kind of like the protagonist of the story. So you're kind of like, well, she's being a real because she's collaborating with this guy. So something weird's going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, and I think I had some coworkers. I lent them my book, and they read it, and at first they were like, "She's weird."
Yeah.
But really, if you look back on it and you see the story again, she's just trying to get through the year and a half.
Yeah. Which, like I said, you think she'd be better off without him. Just like, good, see ya, peace out, you're a jerk.
But that's what I think is Outermore said, no, you can't. We have to do this because we're running experiments. If he can go back into his life with you seamlessly.
Yeah. Yeah, but then that's just horrible because, like I said, any way you slice it, it's horrible because you make this sentient being and then you just put him through all this emotional turmoil and then just kill him and seal him in a sandwich bag.
It's that is corporations.
Yeah. But it's her too.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think she had a choice. I don't think she did not get the courage to do what she wanted, get up and leave until fake.
Well, she should have. She's just weak.
Her.
She's weak.
Poor Anne. She's weak. She's weak because
she should have waited.
Has beaten her down for 8 years.
She should have waited till he was asleep and then like put a pillow over his face.
Wait, which one?
Huh? The real one.
Real Junior?
Yeah.
Wow, this took a dark turn.
Well, I'm just saying. All of them are jerks in my book. I mean, I
hear you.
Surprise, surprise. I got nothing.
I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to put her little surprise video in.
Yeah.
Here.
I guess it's kind of like real life. There's no true. I mean, they all have. Everybody has some kind of
pros and cons to them.
Pros and cons to them. Yeah. So I don't know.
No, I only have pros, Phil. What are you talking about?
Well, that's true. I guess
maybe that's my one big con.
Yeah.